Hello, welcome to this channeled message. Because if this message has found you, if you've clicked on this video, then there is something in it for you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. However, that being said, the threshold, I think, that being said, sometimes we hear things that trigger our ego before we can sort of process the message. Our ego sort of shuts it down, and that is also sometimes an indication that the message is actually for you. When you feel intense resistance, sometimes that can indicate something too. And my nose is terribly itchy. So okay, we have the threshold. Okay, and interesting that it keeps wanting to fall down. What is coming to me intuitively here, and I think I'm being guided to read from the book at the end of this message. What is coming to me intuitively here is that you are at the threshold of something. There is this, I did a message came through me about the glass ceiling, but that the glass ceiling has been created by you. And this threshold, this resistance, it's a challenge, is what it is. It's a challenge. There is possibly some self-sabotage taking place, or there is something in your actual 3D world that is causing you to step into a place of resistance, or that is the resistance, or and it's all a perspective. So as long as you view whatever you view as something that needs to be worked through, something that is deterring you from your past, something that is throwing your energy off, something that is doing something to you, the sooner you stop realizing that it is not really about any of those things, and more about that in every single one of those moments where you are being annoyed, irked, hurt, triggered, you are choosing to then allow whatever happens next. And this is all about allowance. This is all about allowing and trusting and stepping into the unknown with fear, without fear, and with grace. Okay, let's see. Why did you manifest this message? What do you need to hear at this point in time to assist you? What is in your highest good to know right now? Page of Wands with the moon, and I'm going to take bottom energy. And oh, wow, the moon and temperance. Let's put that the right way around. The moon and temperance coming out together with the page of Wands. The page of Wands is someone who has a lot of energy, a lot of stuff that maybe isn't necessarily all healthy energy, or the energy isn't maybe being used in a healthy way. It is a bit all over the place. The image that is coming to me here is a bit like trying to chase the snake that bit you. I mean, this is a thing that is actually, I guess it's coming to me because it's something that I'm currently focusing on in my existence, trying not to chase the snake, and rather to focus on the anti-venom or the injury or whatever at hand. All right, so that's kind of the energy that's coming through to me with this page of Wands, is this and it might not be necessarily in relation to like an external thing. It could just be procrastination. It could be that you have so many projects that you but there is this amazing creative energy that just maybe isn't being focused, isn't able to be focused currently, and that is, or maybe it is being focused, and some stuff is not quite showing up the way you thought it would be, and then you're losing faith and jumping ship and hopping on to the next ship because you have maybe an abundance of ideas, an abundance of time, an abundance of energy. But there is this, I do feel a very, very sort of excited energy as soon as I picked up, this deck of cards. So the moon talks about, I'm going to pull some clarifiers. I also do have another tarot deck out because I have been guided that I might be needing to use it. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, 6 of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. This is in relation to the Moon card. Okay, so with the six of Wands. Okay, I'm gonna pull from my other deck here. I need a bit more. But alright, here we go. It's quite funny. Okay. I'm going to, so it's about forward motion action, right? So what came out here is the Knight of Wands, and here we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is about taking action, right? That there is some action that is required to bring things into balance. And by action, I'm not speaking about the like doing in your actual world. This is more about action, more about inaction. The action of inaction is how you bring things into balance. The action of inaction, the action of pausing, not trying to push through, right? To push through this threshold, rather waiting and allowing for the threshold to meet you. Because when the threshold meets you, it means that you are ready for everything that it contains. That's beautiful. That really is beautiful. This this action to nothing, this action to pause, this action to pause, yeah. But not just to pause and then worry. This action to pause and continue, to just continue being without care, concern, or worry. And that is what brings things into balance. Let's just see. Yeah, they do want this Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Nine of Pentacles, this is, okay, let's take top energy as well. Fool. Okay. With this Nine of Pentacles, I mean, this feels quite similar to, just because of these two cards coming out together, that there is a similar message or similar energy to something I recorded a while back. I'll link it in the description box. If this reading resonates with you, that reading may resonate with you as well. Only you will know. Only you will know. That's the thing about these videos, right? We talk about take what resonates and leave what doesn't. What does resonate really mean? It's a feeling. Like, it's not you wanting it to be true, right? It's not you wanting that person's destiny or reality or whatever to be yours. It's something that within you, there is like a calm. Like, sometimes you might yawn. Like, you might be listening, you might think you're really bored. You might even get a little bit sleepy. And you may even yawn. And that's actually like a sign that your inner being is really, really listening. Like, it's awakening something, it's activating something, it's triggering something to inspire you further, to bring in more joy, to bring in some understanding or whatever, but there is an activation in it. Anyway, coming back to, it just felt resonant for me to say that. So coming back to this Nine of Pentacles and this Fool energy, with this pause, or this act to pause, this 144, this act to pause, it's this ending, this change in your material world. 155, this change in your material world is necessary, right? Like, balance is going to come in. Balance is going to come in because as you pause, instead of trying to act, as you pause, things quieten, parts of yourself, I don't know, come into balance, right? Thus allowing this ending to come in, this change, this shift in your material world. What is interesting with this Fool card and this 9 is that the energy that you remain in this act to pause, bring things into balance phase, because of the Page of Wands, because the energy is so intense, however it is for you, or playing out in your story, in your movie, in your reality. The energy that you hold on to as this is shifting out is of the utmost importance, because it determines what will be grown in the 10 of Pentacles, right? What you will really bring into your reality. 1, 2, 3, 4, newness, new beginnings. What do you want? What do you want to bring in? And this isn't about manifestation, really. I mean, it is, but it's more about not caring, just knowing that, having an idea of, well, I like the ocean, I'd like to live by the ocean, and leaving it there, and just holding on to the energy of, I don't know, the ocean while you are pausing to act. If you haven't met Frankie, this is him. He likes to make appearances generally when the message is pretty important. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna pull some more cards and we'll see what's going on. Come. He'll flop down somewhere eventually, so he might be a little bit annoying before he does that. Come. Okay, oh, this is not the deck I wanted, but there was something, oh, interesting there that we may come back to. The Magician, 144. All these 1s and 4s popping out at the same time. And you are, sorry, some messages popped up on my screen. You are the Magician. You are the alchemist of that which is coming through, right? So I mean, we were talking about wanting to be by the ocean, and 144, well, that was 1444, wanting to be by the ocean, and now stop there and just hold on to the energy that while you are acting to pause, right, and allowing that which is coming to you to come in its own divine timing. You just have to hold on to the energy that, and the truth and the knowing that that which is coming to you, and it will be more and better and more magical than you could have ever imagined. Because it just is. The High Priestess, the Lovers. I'm going to bottom energy here. 6 of Cups. Top energy. 2 of Pentacles. I'm going to leave that top energy over there. This High Priestess, this Lovers, this giving and receiving, this equal, this flow, right? This trusting the flow of everything. Trusting the flow of you. Like, we judge ourselves so harshly, don't we? We allow the easiest things to trip us up, right? Maybe you put on an outfit that you felt really, really inspired to wear, and off you go to the grocery store, and somebody gives you a really, really funny look, and you're like, suddenly if you allow yourself to feel differently about this outfit and the energy that you're wearing it in, or this is to say, you could, maybe you don't, and that's great. That's kind of how it's supposed to be. It's nothing is supposed to change how you feel about yourself. You are awakening to this realization with this High Priestess that you are perfect as you are. The love of this Lovers is the love that you have for yourself, that you need to remember that you have for yourself. We've forgotten how to love ourselves because our life experiences reflected that truth to us in however many ways and shapes and forms that it did, through relationships, through, I don't know, what we deem failures. You know, there is no such thing as failure. There is no such thing as failure. And you, in this act and pause and trust, right? You need to allow yourself. The High Priestess is somebody coming into their own, somebody realizing that within themselves is not just the artist. It is, you are the artist, the canvas, the brush, the paint, the creator of each paint color. And then you are the person painting the painting, and then every speck of paint on that painting and every action it took to create that painting. That is the power of you. And that is what, the High Priestess, she knows that already, right? She's almost afraid to be that in this new paradigm. And that is where the self-love comes in. That is where the self-trust comes in. That is where this giving and receiving, this equal flow comes in. It's about going with the flow of you. What brings you joy? What makes you sing in the shower? What brings you joy? Because that is the energy that you are being called to hold on to bring in the most magical 10 of Cups, right? We have this King of Wands, and I wanted to pull a clarifier with this King of Wands with this 2 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Pentacles And it is often about decisions, dualities, the opposite of trust, the opposite of trusting flow. It's like, oh, are these things going to crash into each other? So the King of Wands, this is really also about mastering your energy, about using your energy wisely, using it to create beauty as opposed to chaos. And I say that because of this Page of Wands, because, you know, like I said, this Page of Wands is this, oh, I think that my neighbors might be making a little bit of noise, so hopefully it won't be too much. It is intermittent. Please be patient. I was hoping to get this video done before they started. But yes, like I said, this Page of Wands energy that is coming forth, that is, oh, so like excited, energetic, a bit chaotic, a bit all over the place, out of balance. You're being called to use it, to work with it, to allow it to be all that it can be, right? You're focusing it in the wrong places. You're allowing your mind possibly to run rampant. Not that any swords have come out, but it felt resonant to say that. With the Two of Pentacles, there is, when we fear something occurring in the physical, we're fearing it from our mind. I'm going to just shuffle while they're doing that because I wanted to pull. Five of Swords, if you can't read that script. Six of Swords. Hermit. Four of Swords, and top card here. Eight of Cups. Okay. I'm going to put these in the order that they came in, because that order is pretty relevant here. We have the Five of Swords, right? Changes, but also things shifting in the mind. We see that there is resistance to that which is shifting, that which is occurring, because from the Five we go to the Four, right? This resistance, or the seeking, or the searching, or this getting lost in the mind, because now there isn't trust, right? There isn't trust with this Two of Pentacles. That we're no longer trusting that things are going to flow perfectly, that the water is going to flow down the drain like it's meant to, that when we flush the toilet it's not going to overflow. There is this fear that, there's this state that seems to be coming in, right? That maybe is what is causing such disruption in the Page of Wands. Such disruption in the Page of Wands. I mean, that's why you're being asked to master this. But in the mastery that you're being asked to do here, in this back and forth, you're being told to go within. And the Hermit, the Hermit being the 9, the only way out is in. The only way out is in, because okay. Sorry guys. Usually they don't cut for too long, but like I said, I think I may have timed the recording of this video poorly. And I do have my little one sleeping, so that's kind of why. Okay, there we go. So it is by going within that you then don't even go back to the 5, don't go to the 4, stop jumping around, and you move on to the 6. The 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords, which leads you to, yeah, you know, in this hermit phase with the 6, there is going to be new discoveries within yourself, things, truths, things and ideas about that which is really resonant for you, that which is really working for you, things that you want, things that you don't want, things that make you happy, things that don't. And it is in that discovery, right, the discovery of what really makes you happy, what really makes you sing, that you then let go with this 8 of Cups, that you surrender and you just start walking and you start trusting. That's when you go with the flow, right? Because from the 8 of Cups, you're into the 9 of Cups, you're into the 10 of Cups. And I don't know if you follow my channel, but you know how I feel about the 9 and the 10 of Cups. If you're new to my channel, then I'm gonna just say that for me, the 9 of Cups is the knowing that like bliss is bliss. Like imagine all you ever dreamed about being was a queen, and like you were there waiting, the crown was just about to be dropped on your head, but you could stay there for as long as you wanted, for an hour, for a day, for a year, in that knowing that everything you ever wanted was always coming in, always coming in, always coming in. And then you in the 10, right? And then you're there, and then yeah, so whatever that bliss, that crown, that joy, that whatever that represents to you, that is what is coming in. But it only comes in by you letting go. It only comes in by you focusing your energy, by focusing what is a little bit unhinged in you. Maybe, you know, this, by unhinged, I mean, you can paint a painting and you can make it an abstract painting with lots of splashes, but you don't have to paint the whole room while doing it, unless of course you want to, in which case that's great. I have truly enjoyed doing that many times myself. But the point is, if that was not the intended outcome, then it is a bit of chaos creation, right? Creation without the resonant restrictions. And I say resonant because it's the restrictions that make you feel good about how you are creating or what you are doing. So that is what is being called of you, to remain in this magical high energy of trust. You're being called to go within and reflect. You're being called to allow things to fall into balance, not to force things into balance, because there's no way to force. There's no way to force. The flow, giving and receiving, flows because there is no force, because it simply goes. You're being called to trust and to wait until you are ready, and you will know when you are ready to take that step, to take the step. I'm going to read from this book, and then that is, okay, let's just give a quick shuffle, because, and I want to pop out if there is anything. Okay. The 3 of Pentacles. 3, the creation, the coming together of elements. You are being supported, not just by things in the non-physical, by things in the physical. And this coming out with the two having come out is also telling me that there is this shift into the flow state. So with the Knights, I don't see, I mean, it is different for everyone, but I don't see that this is going to take very long. And it was literally popping out the middle, the Wheel of Fortune. It takes as long as you allow it to take. It takes as long as it takes for you to get into this state of allowance. And in that state of allowance, everything and anything is possible and will be. Okay, let me just grab the book. It's, sorry, behind the camera. And the threshold. Give me a moment. I have a feeling somewhere. It's sorry guys, it's Roman numerals and I don't know them past 20. Okay, oh wow, finally. The threshold, the door, the gate, the initiation. We cross thresholds continually, consciously and unconsciously. Doorways, gates, and entryways grace our path on a daily basis. When this card arises, it signifies the precipice you stand upon is not your typical one. However, you have arrived at a threshold of initiation. Here to usher you into a new reality, it requires you to leave behind the you that you thought was so well formed. A new frontier calls. This is not easy work. Threshold initiation means a part of you will be lost in order to make sense for that what is next. A metaphorical death must occur. Some may not recognize you. You may struggle to recognize yourself. The ground seems to crumble as you free fall into your new reality. This is the liminal realm. One step, dear friend. Just take that one necessary step toward the future that calls you. Right? There is this step, but like I said, or like you have been guided to and told, you can choose when to take this step, when you allow it to surrender to the flow. Surrender to the flow and surrender to the not knowing that which you are stepping into, because it is in not knowing that it can truly be the most magical future. Okay, have a beautiful now.